Hello everybody, this is Zerda with Zerda MTG, and I'm back again for some more historic gameplay. So, today, let's see, we're gonna start out with some Big Flash. Just a deck I really enjoy. I've been missing it while I've been tinkering with other things, testing decks that haven't made it to the videos, and probably never will. They're not very good, as well as just playing the mono blue, which while fun isn't exactly what I'm all about. So figured I'd take it easy and play a deck I enjoy today. I'm gonna mull this hand. I'll keep this one, though it's not very good either. This is an example of why Slither-Wisp not the greatest. Tempting to pitch an island. We don't have many double blue spells, and the ones we do are pretty low impact. We also have a lot more islands. Yeah. I'll keep a hand that can cast Slither-Wisp, even if it's lighter on our other spells. We can't exactly cast a Brazen Borrower, for instance, here, but so be it. Alright. As long as they don't double one-drop, we'll just use our Spectral Sailor as a removal spell here. Alright, so that's good. We're gonna have to... that's only when their creatures enter anyway. So they attack you. And we throw out a blocker. Not our preferred use, obviously, but take what you can get. This turn we'll probably end up bouncing something with Brazen, just to keep them off of their tempo. Then next turn we deploy Slither-Wisp. Actually, if they deploy Pridemate again, I think I'll Mystical Dispute instead. Soul Warden, that is fine. I'm 100% going to dispute the Ajani's Pridemate here. That card can get very out of hand very quickly. And I'd be a lot happier with it in the bin instead of on the board. There we go. We have drawn a removal spell for Daxos, because he'll lose his ability to gain toughness via devotion. I'll let the Pridemate grow. I'd rather draw a card off the Trickster to find a removal spell than shrink the Pridemate effectively by 1. And if both swing, we can even send Slither-Wisp in front of Soul Warden. Sarah Ascendant. Well, best for us. By not the best, I mean actively horrible. Oof. Alright, so... yeah, I don't think I've got many choices here. I'd like to draw another land, though. Because I'd like to get that Brineborn growing as well. But I think I'll just have to accept killing the Daxos. Alright, so if we got greedy, we would have been rewarded. Alas, we opted to play it safe. No, I'm not swinging into that. Oh boy, Ranger of Eos. Double Sarah Ascendant. Only saving grace is they aren't gonna get to have a, giant Sarah Ascendant this turn. Next turn, however, is going to be a pretty big problem. Oh, okay. That's not what I expected. So to avoid being dead next turn, we're just going to throw that right in front of the Pridemate there. And we're going to cantrip. I think drawing a few cards would be pretty good here. Try and get ourselves out of this mess. Draw 2 for 2 mana. Alright, Heartless Act, not terrible, not great. Definitely over. Another removal spell, please? No? Okay. I can accept that. Soul Warden is fine. The Eyes Lid's really gonna be a problem though. Another Soul Warden. Yikes. I take back what I said. This is really not fine. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's lethal. Ooh. See if our opponent sees it. So we have to wait for them to stop us from blocking. They didn't. Alright, so we got max punished there. I was dead anyway though, if I'd used a removal spell on Sarah Ascendant, and my opponent had seen the line. Then they'd be able to just give this probe, or black, definitely black, to avoid the removal, and it would be able to swing through anyway. So I guess I'm not going to show them the removal I have, and just... no. I may as well take a look. I know there's no one black answer, but I may as well, right? There we go. So I could have gotten rid of that, but there was no way I was surviving the Pride Mate that turn. To steal a giant Pride Mate. To deal with some of their early board. And a little bit more on curve. I don't think Shark Typhoon's great in this matchup. I also think Negate's kind of overrated when the opponent is this all in. Mystical Dispute can still see some utility use in just countering problematic permanents. Combine it with Brazen Borrower's Bounce to really take advantage. Disfigure can still kill a Pride Mate before it grows. And a lot of other problematic cards, such as a Danto Vanguard, that might show up in the matchup. So maybe I should have gone for the third Disfigure. Yeah, I think I should have. On the play. I'll keep this. Isn't ideal, but it could be a lot worse. I'll even shock him because I really want to deploy a turn 1 threat. At least attempt to keep my opponent honest on their life total. No, I could have C-dashed there. Entirely possible I should have. Weird that they're gonna bring that in against a Brazen Borrower deck. But you know what? If that's how they want to live their life. Okay. I'll take my card advantage where I can get it. Also not going to C-dash on. I'm going to keep it as a separate threat. I'm going to let them gain the life, just to see if they do anything else. They don't. fine with you gaining. I will destroy your Soul Warden just so that I can draw a card. Essentially killing it was free there. Linden is also fine. We'll also get killed here. So that I can keep up the pressure and try and draw into some removal. Or counter magic, or... Alright. So, as is often the case, once we get our card draw going, we just drew more card draw, sadly. Alas, the opponent didn't wait to find out. Seeing the Linden also kind of makes me want that, but I think I'll pass. So I think I'll drop the opt, at least one. Yeah, I'll drop 2 opt. To get the full 4 disfigure. Especially on the draw. That way, if our opponent goes turn 1 Soul Warden, turn 2 Pride Mate, we have an answer for Pride Mate. Or can, I should say. Not a bad hand, but it is a slow hand for the draw. I'm gonna ship it. I'll keep, but I'm not the happiest about it. Bend the Watery Grave, lead on island, drown. Glad that's what they played on too, instead of something more problematic. Hopefully we get to syncopate here. Oh, and we do. Alright. Exile Gideon. Take 3. Catacomb pass. Unless it's something absolutely dire, we're just gonna Slither-Wisp. Yeah, these are not dire threats. These are small-time threats we can deal with later. They're still going to pose a problem in numbers, mind you, but they're not dire threats. No attacks. Heliod. I think I allow it, and I just bounce it. So I'll run more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Heliod will resolve, and I'll just bounce Heliod. With triggers on the stack, mind you. I'd like my opponent to reuse their mana again next turn. And now it's just one more turn of taking beats from the Leonin Vanguards, and next turn we'll be able to have a Brindborn big enough to actually deal with them. Or our opponent will not swing in. Means they value their own creatures quite a bit. Serra Ascendant is in fact a problem, but not as big of one as you might expect. The bigger problem is that it means I'm gonna have to let... No. Dang. So it resolves. And I think Sarah Ascendant... No, it's not as big of a threat as Heliod. So I have to let it. And now I can't just do what I really wanted to do. Being... Sea Dasher onto my creature. I think I've got to kill Soul Warden? No. I don't do anything with Disfigure. Resolve all. So let's see. No, I should Disfigure here. I'm gonna kill off... No, I really shouldn't. I should hold on to it. I don't know when it's gonna be useful, but it will be. And I hit a land drop, so I'll end turn. I have Brazen Borrower to deal with Sarah for now. Opponent will continue to gain life. Block the Sarah Ascendant. Sea Dasher is an independent creature because I need more blockers. There we go. It's not ideal, obviously, but it's still better than not. So I can bounce the Daxos, swing Sea Dasher. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna bounce the Sarah Ascendant on their turn. Continue to grow my Brineborn until it becomes a reasonable threat on its own. All while having to deal with their token army. Goodbye, Sarah. Redeploy. Draw some cards. This is quite intense, I'd say. I'm gonna need it to be its own entity. I'm just gonna take my turn, deploy another land, pass the turn. Just kind of looking for a removal spell for the Sarah Ascendant at this point. Be really nice to get access to that. Definitely glad I didn't let the Heliod go. It would have been a much larger problem than just a 6/6. And I know I say just a 6/6, it's still a problem, but it is a lot better than 5 6/6s or 7 of them. Yet another. Excellent. I'm gonna block before I kill their creature. That way. In case they have some kind of a trick, I'm not gonna take the 6 and be dead to a protection swing. Rhineborn is finally ready to start swinging and eating away at 1 token a turn. I suppose Brazen Borrower will be too. Oh, Elysian's Landing. Alright. Could use a Spectral Sailor here, honestly. Oh! What do you know? So I could use a Spectral Sailor, start gaining some card advantage here. More so than just chaining off with Slitherwisp. Yes, my opponent is gaining a considerable amount of life, but I don't just want to fire off a Disfigure at that Soul Warden, or that Soul Warden when I can hit the Johnny's Pridemate later on, before it grows out of control. The opponent is free to just sit back for quite a bit longer here. Activate. Do it again. Keep their life total as in check as physically possible. Not very in check, mind you, but more so than it would be if I didn't. Same with their creature count. Not exactly in check, but more so than if I wasn't doing this. There is some concern that I might run out of cards before they run out of life. Alright. Here's why we held. Because we don't need that Pridemate happening. On the 1 mana card draw before moving to the 4 mana card draw. Killed access. Slow their life gain at least a little. So, we've built up quite the impressive board here. Not swinging with the Octopi because I don't want to deck before my opponent is dead. We'll resolve, I'll kill it into play. Save Syncopate for something a little more threatening. This figure, not bad. Mystical Dispute. Would have been nice earlier. And now I'm going to disfigure to continue growing my merfolk tricksters. I'm okay with that. Now that I have a lot more answers to potential Ajani's Pride mates and counter magic, I'll mystical dispute that one. And the opponent has had enough. They see our board, they see the cards in our hand, they see our card advantage engine in Spectral Sailor. Yeah, that is quite game over. And if I have to say, I think Spectral Sailor did a lot of that. No doubt Slitherwisp did, but that Spectral Sailor really is what allowed us to continue closing out there. Alright, so moving along into regular historical ranked, I'm going to play a match of Mono Blue. Get in a little bit of that fun for all of you. This kind of being a grab bag episode. I'm recording late, so not that you would know if I hadn't told you, but figured I'd let you know. Recording late, just kind of trying to have some fun with everything. Gonna deploy a Spectral Sailor here. Might be a pseudo mirror. Mono blue v mono blue. So, let's swing. I'll deploy Fairy Vandal in their end step. I don't mind if it's counted too much. Just trying to keep up any kind of a clock here. Deploying a Brazen Borrower. That's rather brazen. Yeah, I think this is an all-attack kind of turn. Sea Dasher onto the Vandal. Over. Turn. So this is a mirror, and I really do enjoy those. Curious Obsession. Absolutely. Now you have to save it. And I realize this lets them dash or Sea Dasher and block and all that, but I'm fine with that. Also fine with the Spell Pierce. Our draw 2 is going to be a little bit more powerful, given it's also a creature that will continue to grow. Negate that. This could be bad. No? Dispute's pretty good. Let them have their card draw. It's fine. I'll simply just deploy another Sailor, and if they want to tap out, more power to them. Okay, we have a much faster clock here. Woohoo. I think I'm gonna Trickster now. Tap down their brazen, make the curious fall off. Force our opponent into action. I'll dispute that. Spell Pierce. Resolves. We've used up most of our opponent's mana now. Save the unsummon and brazen for our turn. As well as the syncopate. Siren Storm Tamer. Bounce the Borrower. Bounce the last threat, the last blocker, and we have it. We have won the mono blue mirror. Yeah, our opponent was a little greedy with just deploying the brazen there. You kind of want to throw off your opponent's tempo more than you want to establish your own. Don't let somebody pull ahead if they're set to start. Really just not a good place to be. Definitely aggressively trade off with a threat that's going to grow beyond what your own will. Like you have the card advantage later, just go for it. Alright, so debating on what I want the last thing I play tonight to be for all of you. A lot of these are obsolete with the rule change. What was the gate deck? Which version? Is this the... I think this is Nexus. No. Oh, this is a bad... That's my bad gate deck that keeps being... They keep trying to get me to play it in the bot match. When they keep trying to get me to play the bot match. You know what? Why not? Let's play some standard. Let's play some draw-go control. You've seen me play it before, there have been no changes. This deck is just kind of a pet project of mine. I really enjoy draw-go, so I figured I'd give it a try. Right, so this is a bit of a weird situation. Kind of really want to grab that island, but alright. The rule change doesn't affect us too much. This is just kind of because we get access to another card for basically no downside. Do you have an island? Now our Castle Vantress will be untapped. We're gonna kill the Rescuer before it becomes a problem. Cycling used to be one of our better matchups. I'm pretty sure it still is too. Not too much has changed. Fox, still a problem. It's like their best card against us. In turn. Hopefully they do a 2-mana cycler. They only have like one of those, and I'm pretty sure they'd rather, you know, not when they have the option there. So if we get the opportunity, we'll use the neutralize. If not, we'll just cycle it into the story. Pretty good in this matchup. Alright, that meets a neutralize. Can't let them start making tokens and also getting card advantage here. Yeah, that Fox is going to outgrow our Blitz quite quickly, though. Negates are good in this matchup. Helix... sorry, not Helix Flare. Helix Pinnacle? Yeah. Helix Pinnacle is a huge problem for us. Ironically hoping they cycle 2 more times pre-combat. Or at least, this turn. We would like to draw 4 cards with Into the Story. Okay. I see. They're withholding their draw. I'm gonna kill what I can while I can. There we go. There's a hole. I can't take another hit like that. So while this is one of our better matchups, the card Flourishing Fox coming down early does beat us quite handily, as you see. Alright, so at least we can draw 4. Island. Into the Story. Not grabbing more red was a little bit of a mistake there. I thought that one of these was a dual land and I had 2 red sources. I did not. Not really punished though. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I think we're just going to be forced to leave ourselves dead at some point to Helix Pinnacle. Or sorry, Zenith Flare, not Helix Pinnacle. It's a totally different card. We'll make a 1/1 blocker for their Fox. Well, that's unnerving. Oh, with trample. Okay. I think we have to negate that. Yeah, that one's not happening. Is a problem for us, big time though, given that now there is no way to hold up a negate for the Zenith Flare. So, I'm pretty sure we're dead right now. Or they just have 2 lands. No? Alright. So far, so good. We are still alive. Gonna have to stop the Luris, of course. Otherwise, they get the craters back. Alright, so no alternatives. No ways to leave up negate. I'm almost positive that they have something here. Very sad that we gotta throw it away. I guess knowing I couldn't leave up negate, I could have just hoped they had nothing that cycled, but didn't think it was too likely to be the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, might actually be able to pull this off. Highly doubt it, but maybe. Do I get to kill one fox with this? No. The idea was kill one fox here and have a... Yeah, that seems about right. Ah, I shouldn't have let the auto tapper do its thing. Wouldn't have mattered. Let's just see if there was an answer in the top 4, as we are now in fact dead. Alright, so if they hadn't had cyclers, if they'd managed to hit the land brick, we've seen the top. No. We might have had a shot there, had we drawn it. We had the number to kill the fox if it hadn't been able to grow there. So that wasn't too bad. Just, you know, Flourishing Fox coming down on 1 against a red deck, or a deck with primarily red removal. Not going to be a very good time. Alright, let's see then. What else is there? Historic is fun. Alright, let's do 1. Oh, has to be traditional. Otherwise, I can't play my favorite deck, Nexus. The deck that will lose me all of my rank. This will be the last game for the night. And I'm sure our opponents might feel the same after playing against us. We're doing a service. We're reminding people that instead of being up playing Magic, they can go to sleep. Much more exciting. I'm gonna mull this hand. That's a pretty bad hand. I'll keep and I'll bin a wreck. I just don't want to go too low in a critical mass deck. We have a cantrip to look for more lands. Just gonna let our opponent know what's up here. And find another island. Blue is our primary. And we'll go Wreck before that Shark Typhoon, I think. Oh, opponent's gonna do some ramping of their own. Not into anything so much as into more damage. Giving some reevaluation to not making a 2-2 just to eat their Gallia here, but I think it's best to just make an absolutely gigantic shark that they won't be able to outsize us on, and I'll be able to sit there eating most of their team. Especially the Pelt Collector makes me really... They played that out of order, though. Should have gone Pelt Collector first. And yeah, I'm taking some damage here. But such is life when you decide you're gonna be on the, nexus train. Stop on my end step. And turn. I could blow up the 2-drops, though. I'll do that later. Four. 5. Let's do 5. Alright, Tamiyo. So I was going to say we might counter something, but now I think we're much, much more likely to just go digging, looking for that Nexus. Tamiyo plus Nexus plus double Wilderness Wreck. We should be okay here. Let's kill the 1 drop. Or no, let's kill the 3 drop. Blow up the 1 drops later. Good, I didn't miscount. It's very weird there. Look at the top 2. In other words, 4 mana draw 2. Oh, we have it! So, a bit greedy not to just deploy the Tameo first, but so am I, so be it. Go to end step, triggers on stack. 1, 2, 3, resolve. Load of mana, resolve. Put 1 counter on. I'd rather blow up the 2s. Definitely on top.
I would like to test a new hypothesis.
Name Nexus of Fate.
My notes.
Pretty straightforward from here. And turn. On stack. Float mana. Resolve. I think it's double tap Q. Resolve. Cast Nexus. Resolve. And pass. Graveyard. All we care about is Nexus. Transform. Activate name Nexus.
To the library.
That's game. We attack here, we Nexus, we attack. Okay. Haven't updated the board in a while, and it's showing. Aethergust is our only removal. Biogenic Ooze can definitely outpower them if we can get to it. Negates, I feel, not going to be the best here. Could be useful. I'm going to go ahead and bin them. Or, move them to the board, I should say. I guess the Brazen's also pretty iffy. Like, it's removal, but not great removal. I think I'll also trim and opt for another Biogenic. This feels like the kind of matchup where if I get a Wilderness Reclamation plus a Biogenic Ooze, the game just kind of ends. On the draw, I'll take 1 mulligan for a Growth Spiral hand. Keep that. Goodbye 1 Tameo. The hand wasn't the worst, it wasn't great though. I think you really want Growth Spiral in this matchup. Search can almost be that, just not in the same amount of time. Oof. Spyglass, okay, wish I had the Borrower. They might name the Shark Typhoon. I highly doubt it. I'll search for Oskan. Oof. They should have named Oscanta the Sunken Rune. I feel bad for him. Because once this flips, it's not named that anymore, I hate to tell him. I feel bad for that. Yeah, I'll keep that one. Put a counter on this if I wanted. Comes into play on tap next turn anyway. Sounds good. Bear in mind, I'm not gonna blow up the search. Alright. Opt. Let's see what we can find. Root Snare's not bad. Not exactly what I was looking for, but it's not bad. Yeah, I guess I'll keep it. will also Shark Typhoon for just getting a card draw. Oh, sorry. Pay 0. Let's get myself a card deeper. Definitely keeping that. Alright, that makes my future Tameo so much better. Having an... I guess I want a forest at some point, especially in case I draw biogenic. Already have double blue, so I can still Thassa's. Resolve. I'm gonna go ahead and say no to that. And let's start digging for nexus. I'm gonna bin it. Just because I have the wilderness wreck.
Let us have a storied battle where
So I don't need more lands as much. Excellent. We have Root Snare this turn. That's great. We have an Aether Gust to deal with some threats. Like that. Very desperately do not want that to happen after all. Also don't want to lose. Graveyard, we want lands or nexus now. That we have the search, I should say. Name nexus again.
I noted this.
Stop on our end step. Double tap Q, float all. Resolve. Nexus. Resolve. Read Blast Zone. Destroy each non-land permanent. Okay. Put 1 counter on. Activate. Name nexus.
Seek and find.
Alright. Big oof there. I guess we could deploy another Tameo and dig again. I think we're going to lose our wilderness wreck here, though.
Knowing you will be excellent research.
Keep digging for that nexus.
You will find my notes.
Oh, that's sad. Not gonna blow it up. Everything's fine. Just can't let our opponent take another turn. Yeah, I was wrong there. I should have floated the mana and activated search. It very much mattered. I'd have been able to actually use the Ozcon tip. Absolutely. Does that still get us there? Let's see. I could find another, but then we're dead to the in-play. Nexus doesn't solve it. Uro does? I don't know what we want. And we're not naming it. We're still naming Nexus, but didn't hit the Uro. Let's just go ahead and see if we would have eventually. Ha. For shame. Alright, we got close. Actually think still we don't want the, Brazen Borrower. Small misplay really cost us there. If we'd just played that right, we'd have had access to digging 4 more cards deep, and as you saw, we'd have hit the Nexus of Fate. Not entirely sure. No, it still wouldn't have mattered. We still lost. We still wouldn't have found Uro. No, maybe we would have. No, we wouldn't. Because I was trying to think it would put us 4 deeper, and then maybe the next card, but we saw the cards it would have been anyway, so it doesn't matter. Tap land, do nothing. How about no? Alright, found an island and the rest is untapped. On the play, this is pretty good. I guess we'll bin the Root Snare, because it's the card that does the least of what we need. Make no mistake, it does what we need. But that's more of a something we want once we're already set up. And everything else exists towards it being set up. Just gonna try and get out there as quickly as I can right now. Save our time. With this deck, that can matter. We had more left than I thought, though, so alas. Bad Geniku's, not bad. I'll pass turn, hold up. Boss's intervention. Draw 2 at end step if it's nothing we need. No. Yeah. I'll counter that. Keep them off the board. Save ourselves 3 life. Take some pressure off the Biogenikus. We're just gonna sit here kind of activating the ooze, as long as it lives through this turn. Kind of creating an army. It's really, really good in this kind of matchup. By all means, have a 4/4. It, isn't really gonna stand up to what we're doing over here. No attacks. Grow the team. Oh, that's gonna name our ooze. We'll slowly blow that up and get back to pumping out giant creatures. Suppose that means this turn we shouldn't just trade with the Spellbreaker though, if they offer it. And I think they will. Things get worse for them if they don't. No? Cannot use. Very sad. Start with Uro. Very nice. No attacks, just end. We can feed enough into the Uro this turn, but I don't think we will. Yeah, I think instead we're just gonna put 1 counter on the Blast Zone. see, blow up the blast zone. Activate use. Go for it. No attacks. We can sit back and just have this giant army growing. And yeah, there's nothing they can do short of removing that ooze that can possibly beat this. They could play a Galta. Eventually we even outsize that. As it is, even if they dropped a Galta, we could just trade for the Galta. And then proceed to continue making threats, eventually get back the Euro. Yeah, Biogenic Ooze just wins games all on its own, and that's why you bring it in. It's like Pack Rat, in that once you get to a certain point, making another Ooze is kinda just the best thing you can do. And they all get bigger every turn, it's wonderful. Also, it doesn't hurt that that Blast Zone was what? It killed how many? 1, 2, 3, 4 of their cards. 4 for 1 on our land, which really shows you the power of Blast Zone. Say that we were a traditional control deck. We'd have just been able to wipe out all of their creatures, deal with these with some spot removal, and just for a land, it taps for mana. You use it to cast your spells, and then Blast Zone's just so good. Anyway, that's it for this video. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and this spiel is really alien for me. That's why I'm using my customer service voice. Have a nice day.